from the largest news team on the Central Coast with important local coverage. This is KCOY-12 Central Coast News at 6 o'clock.
I had my suspicions that it was probably just some bored kid in this town, actually.
That's what some residents are saying about the teen who was arrested. The latest developments. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Scott Hennessy. We'll get to that story in just a moment. Teachers in the Santa Maria Bonita School District say it's too hot in too many classrooms. They say it makes teaching nearly impossible and poses a health threat to thousands of elementary school students. KCOY-12's Keith Carls is live at the Santa Maria Bonita School District offices, where teachers plan to make their case to the school board.
Well, Scott, the Santa Maria Bonita School District has just under 16,000 students, making it by far the largest elementary school district on the Central Coast. Now, the school teachers union basically is saying that at least, while 60% of the students in the district are learning in air-conditioned classrooms, 40% are not. Now, the union says when temperatures outside rise above 75 degrees, it's at least 10 degrees warmer inside classrooms that do not have air conditioning. Now, with this ongoing heat wave we're experiencing, the union says some of the classrooms have had temperatures in the 90s. Now, the union says it makes teaching and learning difficult and poses a health risk. The union will urge school board members tonight to either install temporary cooling systems or declare heat days, as the local high school district has done recently, and let the students go home early.
Are hot days an option? They sure are, but it's not a permanent fix. This is something that needs to be put into place as a long-term plan. We're not asking the district to install air conditioners in a weekend. We know it's a long-term project, but we'd like to see that plan put into place and implemented so that air conditioning does come to all of our sites, so that not just 5 of our sites are fully air conditioned, but all 20 of our school sites will be fully air conditioned.
Now, the school district has built newer schools recently that are fully air-conditioned. It says it will cost about $20 million to air-condition all the remaining schools in the district. Now, the union says that the district has the money to complete that job, but so far there's been no pressure to do so. We'll have much more on the outcome of tonight's school board meeting later on tonight. For now, we're live in Santa Maria. Keith Carls, KCOY-12 Central Coast News.
All right, Keith, thank you very much. The weather has been very active in the Goleta, Isla Vista area just in the last few minutes. Let's go to the First Alert Weather Center now and check with our meteorologist, Jason Stiff.
That's right. We've had clouds moving on shore, areas of rain and thunderstorms as we look at live storm tracker. Fairly active in the northern part of Santa Barbara County, but the south coast, different story. We have a line of thunderstorms lined up from off the channel, pushing over Goleta and Isla Vista. There's been reports of nickel to dime size hail, as well as lightning strikes causing a fire on a palm tree, which is near a housing development. So that's bad news there. We have some isolated showers and thunderstorms for the northern part of the county, and all of this is pushing further and further to the northwest. So we are not done with our chances for wet weather. This all comes from an area of low pressure that is almost stationary compared to yesterday, pushing more of the rain clouds on shore. We'll still have that same motion of the atmosphere tonight through tomorrow. So more showers and thunderstorms in the forecast. Here's 9 o'clock tonight. The Central Coast have another chance for some more much-needed rainfall, and we are not done yet. More chances coming tomorrow. Also, full details on the impending heat wave, as well as chances for some more wet weather in my First Alert weather forecast.
Jason, thank you. People up and down the Central Coast are hoping to get some rain from all the clouds hovering above. Some areas briefly saw a light rain or drizzle. KCOY-12's Natalie Tavidian out looking for any rain hitting the ground this afternoon. She joins us live from Santa Maria with more.
Scott, I'm not seeing any rain or drizzle here in Santa Maria, but I did just hear some thunder coming from a distance. I heard the sound of it from probably about 3 times in the last 5 minutes. But there has been some drizzle up in northern Santa Barbara County. I was driving on Highway 166 today, and somewhere in between Santa Maria and Cuyama, it didn't rain out there for too long in most areas, but it dried up pretty quickly. I talked to a beekeeper from the Bakersfield area, and he told me that he's desperately hoping for rain. He says that today he and many others are glad to see it, even if it was short-lived.
Well, we're excited. We're excited to see some rain coming, and we're hoping to have good rain this year.
So Benjamin Carrillo, he's a beekeeper, and he tells me that he has bees in Santa Barbara and Santa Maria, and he works with farmers, and he says that this year alone, he's lost 1,500 bees. He's had to take some of his business out of state because there aren't enough flowers, so that's why he's lost well over 1,000 bees. And here in Santa Maria again, Scott, we haven't seen any rain, but it's been pretty muggy all day pretty muggy and cloudy here all day. So a lot of people out here hoping for some rain. Live in Santa Maria, Natalie Tavidian, KCOY-12 Central Coast News.
Thank you, Natalie. A mid-morning rain burst caught drivers on Highway 101 off guard as they went through Carpinteria. Our cameras were rolling with the first shot of rain coming down about 10:30. Within minutes, it was much stronger than most people expected. It was quick, gone in less than an hour with no major problems. For a window washer, it soaked his schedule for the day.
I'm going to try and work today if we can do inside, but if it's too wet on the outside, obviously we can't see what we're doing, but it works. You need it, and we need the water, so I can't be selfish, and if it comes, it comes. We'll bring it on.
That's one community where they are not scrambling for umbrellas when the tropical rain hits. Many people stayed on their bikes and in their T-shirts as the line of rain passed through. A fire burning farther north on the Central Coast near Hollister, northeast of Salinas. 600 acres have been scorched so far. Fire crews say the Cienega fire is about 40% contained at this hour. No word on what sparked, but CAL FIRE says one firefighter has been injured fighting it. California lawmakers are dropping a proposed plan that would allow violent criminals to work fire lines. Even though corrections officials say nearly 40% of the state's inmate firefighters out there now have been convicted of violent crimes. The new revelation is a sharp reversal from the agency's claim that for years, nonviolent convicts only fighting fires. A spokesman for the Corrections Department is blaming the misstatement on differing definitions of what constitutes a violent background. The union representing state firefighters was among the groups that raised public safety concerns over including inmates with violent backgrounds on fire lines. We're learning new details tonight about the September 11th incident at San Gabriel Elementary in Atascadero. Late this afternoon, Atascadero police announced they arrested a 17-year-old boy who they say is responsible for planting a hazardous chemical at the school. KCOY-12's Corey James was at the press conference. We also streamed it live on our website, KCOY.com. Corey, the chief says this is one of the most challenging cases he's ever investigated.
That's exactly right, Scott. The chief says this is the most complex case he's had to deal with in his 25 years in law enforcement. Now, that suspect arrested is a 17-year-old Atascadero boy. He's being held at the County Juvenile Detention Center and is being charged with possession of a weapon of mass destruction and possession of an assimilated weapon of mass destruction in the use to commit a crime. Now, this is some video from that press conference that happened just after 3 this afternoon. It lasted for about 30 minutes, and officials from the FBI and the Atascadero Unified School District were also present as Chief Haley delivered an update on this case. You may remember it all started about a month ago at San Gabriel Elementary School on September 11th when the school was evacuated after a number of teachers received this threatening letter outside of their classroom doors. After the scene was searched, a suspicious object was found on the playground that police say is a mildly acidic substance known as sodium ferrocyanide.
It was not strong enough to produce what's called off-gassing, or a vaporized form of cyanide that can be significantly harmful. In this case, the amount of the substance was such that it would have to be ingested in order to be harmful.
And I looked online. Sodium ferrocyanide is a substance that is often used in photography for bleaching and toning of photos. Parents, though, that I spoke with earlier today say they are glad to see an end to a very stressful chapter.
We didn't know if it would go for a year or two and find somebody or not. So yeah, it's a relief that they did find it.
And police say the suspect planted that chemical substance inside this candle holder that had the wax removed to put the hazardous liquid inside. Now, right now, police are not releasing where the juvenile suspect got it from. They are also not saying where he was arrested or what his connection is to San Gabriel Elementary School. What we do know is that he could be facing additional charges. But now we're live in Atascadero. Corey James, KCOY 12 Central Coast News.
Corey, thank you. A new education law aimed at helping foster and homeless children finish school was signed by Governor Brown. Foster children and homeless children are often always on the move, making it difficult for kids to finish school. Under the new law, homeless and foster youth will be able to make complaints if they feel their educational rights have been violated. Those rights are defined as the right to stay out of school. The law also requires schools to remind students every year of their right and the ability to file their complaints. New San Luis Obispo area mothers are coming together to assist one another. What's inside these bags will help new mothers and their children. And scary moments for some travelers at LAX when a car accidentally made a wrong turn onto the runway. What the pilots had to do to avoid a crash.
From Santa Maria to every town on the Central Coast, this is KCOY-12 Central Coast Local News.
Hospitals across the country are facing a shrinking supply of breast milk, but local moms on the Central Coast are stepping forward and making donations. Today, donors and their families dropped off bags and boxes of frozen breast milk at Sierra Vista Hospital. The hospital teamed up with the Central Coast Breastfeeding Coalition for their first breast milk drive. The milk is needed for babies in the neonatal intensive care unit. This drive was in support of the San Jose Mother's Milk Bank and offered screenings and lactation consultants.
Because some moms, especially moms of preemies, can't produce that much, and to me, I'm helping babies that really need it.
Sierra Vista hopes to make this drive an annual event, with the next milk drive expected in the spring. Well, lots to talk about weather-wise. Rain in some areas. We hear some thunder out there as well. Let's go to the First Alert Weather Center. Back to Jason.
It's nice to finally have some rain, even some thunderstorms, although they're dangerous. At least we have some active weather occurring. You can see the storm tracker radar right now. We have some isolated showers and thunderstorms in the Santa Maria Valley area, pushing over the northeastern part of town. They're moving fairly quickly. These will be light amounts of rain. It's more active for the south coast right now. We still have a line of showers and storms pushing on shore right now, mainly in the Goleta and Isla Vista area. We've had areas of dime to nickel-sized hail, which is pretty nice to have, but got to be careful. And if you're anywhere near any lightning, if you hear the thunder, stay inside. Highs today, certainly cooler with all the clouds. It was 84 in San Luis Obispo, 90 though in Santa Ynez. It was also 84 degrees in Santa Maria, still 11 degrees warmer than it's supposed to be, but at least it's not in the 90s and certainly not record-breaking for us either. Comfortable temperatures in most locations. Almost everybody in the 70s. Gaviota a little bit warmer at 80, but it's 72 right now in Santa Maria with a lot of clouds overhead. 75 in San Luis Obispo and 72 with thunderstorms overhead in Goleta. All the wind around the region at or below 10 miles an hour. But thankfully, the temperatures are between 5 and 12 degrees cooler now than it was this time last night. A few rain showers pushing over the northeastern part of the country. Much of the country is fairly quiet right now, but we're still looking at the same area of low pressure that is almost exactly in the same spot, just off the Baja California coast, and it is pushing towards central and southern California. It'll be moving overhead tonight, Thursday into Friday afternoon, so we're not quite done with our chances for some wet weather, and that's really good news for us. We'll take all the rain that we can get. Now, earlier in the afternoon, a lot of the active weather was pushing over San Luis Obispo County. It's getting rejuvenated, more areas of rain and thunderstorms, mainly in Santa Barbara County, but it's all rotating around that area of low pressure, so expect more chances for that in the next few hours for the Central Coast. Here's 9 o'clock tonight from areas around Paso Robles, southward toward Vandenberg and Lompoc. A chance for at least some light to moderate amounts of rain. And by tomorrow at noon, another batch of rain and thunderstorms developing over the higher terrain, more likely in the highest elevations also, but it will also be possible in the lower elevations by the early afternoon hours. And again tomorrow night, another chance for some rain showers and isolated thunderstorms at best as we move into the evening hours on Thursday. And the amounts of rain, at least according to Futurecast, are looking a little bit more encouraging, especially for Lompoc. We would take a half-inch rain. That would be fantastic. Around a third of an inch of possibility between now and late Thursday night for Santa Maria. We will take every drop that we can get. So for tonight and tomorrow, mostly cloudy sky above, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms, a low of 67, which is not very low, and a high of 80 in Santa Maria as well as in Orchid. San Luis Obispo, 82 degrees for a high tomorrow, 87 in Paso Robles. Also a lot of clouds. Can't rule out some more stray showers and thunderstorms. And the same thing for the south coast. Coast, a mostly cloudy sky. Lows near 70 with highs in the lower 80s. Next 7 days in Santa Maria and Orca, we do expect tomorrow to be most likely chance for some more rainy and stormy weather. After that, we'll have fewer clouds, and those temperatures every single day stay above average, mainly in the 80s. San Luis Obispo, also a slight chance for some showers tonight and again tomorrow. We'll have more sunshine and more heat after that, climbing to 90 degrees by next Wednesday. And for Paso Robles, a chance for some rain tonight and again tomorrow afternoon, with highs in the upper 80s and lower 90s.
Jason, thank you. Scary moments for some passengers on a plane at LAX after a driver made a wrong turn and ended up on the runway. It happened yesterday afternoon. A regional jet with 74 passengers and 4 crew members were on board. That's when pilots encountered a car headed down right toward the jet. It was an airport vehicle driven by an LAX employee who entered the runway from a taxi lane. The pilot was forced to apply the brakes and abort the takeoff.
It's too bad. Should open his eyes before he make his turn.
Airport operations said at the time they were also dealing with 2 other emergency landings. LAX operations escorted the vehicle off the airfield, and the FAA is investigating. Good news for air travelers. Airlines are at war, fighting for your dollars. Low-cost carriers like Southwest, JetBlue, and Spirit have pushed ticket prices lower across the board. Delta's third quarter results show a nearly 5% drop in passenger revenue from a year ago. That means Delta is not generating as much money from its flights, and a big part of that is lower fares due to intense competition. So it's likely the carrier will join the price drop. Analysts say get the deals while the getting is good. Delta will likely raise fares once fuel prices stabilize. Coming up next in sports, we're going to hear from the Dodgers as they prepare for a winner-take-all Game 5 against the New York Mets tomorrow.
Both Cal Poly and UCSB men's soccer in Northern California this afternoon. The Mustangs erased a 2-0 deficit, only to lose in overtime at UC Davis 3-2. The 13th-ranked UCSB Gauchos, well, they lost at Sacramento State 5-2, their first loss in 5 Big West games. UCSB plays at Cal Poly Saturday at 7. The Dodgers forced a 5th and deciding game in their playoff series with the New York Mets with a strong performance by ace Clayton Kershaw last night. Kershaw ended a personal 5-game postseason losing streak by pitching 7 strong innings, allowing just 1 run on 3 hits and a 3-1 victory. He struck out 8. Game 5 is a toss-up, according to Kershaw, as the Dodgers have fellow ace Zach Greinke against Game 1 winner Jacob deGrom.
Breaking pitch. Definitely glad to be going home, though. You know, just to have the fans behind you is important if we can get a rally going or something, and just the comfortability of being home. You know, but other than that, it's probably pretty dead even.
Game 5 is tomorrow night, 5:07 p.m. Dodger Stadium. And former Laker and Clipper Lamar Odom is on life support at a Las Vegas hospital. The 35-year-old was found unconscious yesterday in a Nevada brothel. Sheriffs say that the 911 caller said that Odom was using cocaine. That's sports. We'll be right back.
Cuesta College is gearing up for the traditional Mexican holiday, Dia de los Muertos. The college will have various activities planned to honor the Day of the Dead. The goal is to bring awareness to the community that although the holiday may seem scary, it's actually a joyful celebration of the lives of our loved ones. The festivities began today and will continue tomorrow with sugar skull decorating. There will also be window displays around campus showcasing Day of the Dead artwork. And congratulations to longtime Lompoc High School drama teacher for being named the 2015 Performing Arts Teacher of the Year for Santa Barbara County. Sarah Barthel is the first person to receive this award. It was created in a partnership between the county's education office and the Santa Barbara Bowl. Barthel's students will provide, officials say she was given the award for her passion, energy, and enthusiasm for the performing arts and when she teaches her students. Way to go, Sarah. Let's go back to Jason for a last look at weather.
Well, it's nice to finally have some rain and thunderstorms to talk about. We have them mainly over Santa Barbara County right now, and mostly active weather is over the south coast. We also have some rain showers approaching the Santa Maria Valley. This will not lead to very much rain. However, there's more chances for rain showers and isolated thunderstorms tonight and again tomorrow afternoon.
And we'll continue to track it for you, bringing the latest on the conditions at 11 o'clock tonight. Until then, enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you for being with us.